Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to start this message, by again introducing my little cherub, okay, part Arab, and the people who's been involved, some of the people who's been involved in sacrificing my cherub, my part Arab cherub, okay, are wanting to have Etihad Stadium, okay, linking to exes, family and friends, wanting to have Etihad Stadium, yeah. So what I've been getting, okay, what I've been channeling and downloading is that my part Arab cherubic blood is now smeared all over Etihad Stadium football pitch, okay. It's now smeared all over Etihad Stadium's football players, and my dead cherub's blood is now smeared all over Etihad Stadium's seats, okay. It's now smeared all over Etihad fans, and it's all smeared all over 111, their hands, okay. And my dead cherub's blood is now smeared all over Etihad Stadium's commentators' microphone, and smeared all over Etihad Stadium's commentators' face. Alright? I just hope that they can live with that, okay? Because the Most High is never going to let them live with that. Because again, the one who I've got 3 children to involved, along with multiple other people, because he wants Etihad Stadium. So, and he's not even got no Arab in him, but which is mad, innit? He wants Abu Dhabi, yeah, and the like Etihad airline, you know, the aeroplanes. My dead cherub's blood, my part Arab, dead 0202, dead cherub's blood is now smeared all over Etihad airlines, the aeroplanes, okay, all over the wings, for taking a little innocent, teeny tiny baby boy's life to help my children's father and others get Etihad to R2s there, get ownership of Etihad Stadium by doing evil acts and evil deeds. So yeah, all of that commentator, you know, the microphone, so when he's giving football updates and stuff like that, he's got a dead Arab's blood smeared all over his microphone, alright, again, smeared all over the pitch, alright. Everywhere, all splashed dead Arab cherub blood all over Etihad Stadium's seats, all over the fans, thanks to this female too, all over the fans, yeah. We've got courthouse, false person, okay, then we've got message of concern, we've got mature man who works at the courthouse, okay, who's got involved in taking money under the table, in falsifying legal documentation, okay, so falsifying legal documentation to claim a house, a home, to claim a real estate, all the threes there, to claim a house, a home, to claim a real estate, okay, to claim a house, a home, a real estate. We've got generosity, then we've got bitter, and we've got home. So it's something to do with a house or a home, alright? What they wanted to have, so they can like transform a house, a home, and they have been linking to some sort of a coven, alright? Linking to like a Catholic church, alright? Who are making out like they love Jesus Christ, okay? But they've been concealing evidence of this, okay? And they've been getting involved. We've got death and magic. Some of these people are asking the divine for forgiveness. We've got assurance. I can assure you now, the divine is not going to forgive them. The divine is not going to forgive them. Now we've got in between, the in between. A lot of people have been sat on the bench, sat on the wall, you know what I mean, laughing about it. No way, secrets. They want to keep it a secret. We've got patterns because they've been forming patterns. They've been doing this for a long time. They want some sort of divine connection. We've got our 5 divine wisdom, alright? But I can assure you now, they have no divine connection, alright? They have no divine wisdom. They have no divine protection, alright? They have no divine protection, no divine wisdom. They're inexperienced. They're inexperienced. Look at how much they was laughing. Look at how much she was laughing. For being nothing but a fake, a false, a fraud, along with these corrupt people. I can't even get it because of their nails. Alright? Nothing but a fake, false and a fraud, okay? Falsifying legal documentation, paying money under the table, alright? Probably slamming this corrupt courthouse man, alright? Or could be her father who's also involved. Message of concern, fiddling with legal documentation because they wanted to claim ownership of a house, a home, or 606, or maybe even multiple houses, homes, property, buying, property developing, alright? Because we have that they wanted to do maybe some sort of renovating or something like that, alright? Houses, homes, maybe even people who work in the housing office, you know. And this femme, wanted to cut her some moolah to change this legal documentation. 33, so all these Freemasons are concerned now because they've been exposed, alright? They've left. Child of God, someone who's got a very strong divine connection, okay? A very strong connection to the divine. They've done this to somebody who's got a very strong connection to the divine, and they've formed like a Holy Trinity, or 707, and a communion with the Most High, okay? And again, they've been going to like these Catholic churches to conceal their evidence, okay? These lodges to keep this a secret. And they was all laughing about it. Laughing about it. Creating malicious lies, and missionary could be significant. Creating malicious lies and rumours. Alright. Just because they wanted with this secrets to keep it a secret what they was doing, because they've been doing this a long time, and it is something to do with a divine connection, and all access has been denied. I can assure you now, they have no divine wisdom, they have no divine knowledge, they have no divine connection, alright? They've had a pattern up and running where they tried to keep sweet child of God. I can't even get this, I'm going to have to move these other cards aside, so give me a second. In some sort of poverty, a sweet child of God, 33-degree Masons involved in trying to keep a sweet child of God in poverty because they want to split some money amongst themselves and money under the table and tamper with legal documentation to help this bince get some money so she could buy her own home and this crank. So she can get some money, alright, and she can get a new car and keep changing the car every 5 minutes, more than she changes her own knickers. So she's changing cars. Alright, Spirit's laughing at her. Most High is laughing at her. She's changing her car, yeah, more than she changes her own knickers. Alright, so Most High, the Divine, is laughing at her. They thought that they could do over a sweet child of God who's very strong connection to Sophia. Alright, very strong connection to the divine. And again, I can assure you that this will never be kept a secret. I can assure you now that this is going to be exposed. And these people who are very inexperienced, alright, very inexperienced, I can assure you now they're never going to get away with doing this to sweet child of God. They're not. At all. There was laughing. There was laughing. But we've got even Sophia, the angels, ancestors, alright? They're laughing at her. because again, she's using money, okay, getting car after car, and she's changing cars more than she changes her knickers. Look at that. Yeah, she was laughing, was she? She thought it was hilarious. She did. But the Most High's laughing at her. Having a right good laugh at her. The divine is, Sophia is as well. Alright? Change your car more than you're changing your knickers. Changing legal documentation, darling. Yeah. Doing all your black magic and poverty spells on sweet child of God and all this death and magic on sweet child of God because, well, they're all bitter. Look at this lemon. They want this generous helping of money, this generous lifestyle. They want their own home, alright? So nothing but back to back death magic on someone who's in a holy communion with Yeshua, with Jesus, okay, with Mary, Sophia, darling, and they think they're going to get away with that. The Most High, you know, he's been having a laugh on their expense, to be honest, because these Freemasons, all right, they've been rumbled. Of course they have, all right. Let's put this back, all right. Put this silly bins where she belongs, which is next to this corrupt courthouse, and then false person because she's fake. Alright, she always has been fake. There's no way she can get in her car the more when she changes her car more than change the knickers and start beezing around and make out like she's real, like this bins. Alright, because she's fake and all. She wanted a change in her own world because she thought she deserved that more than sweet child of God. More than someone who's got gifts from the divine. I doubt it, darling. You're going to lose it all. Yeah, you are. And your little frock. Yeah. Yeah. And then we've got, with this 33rd degree Mason, a courtship. This masculine who's courting and dating somebody and thought that, well, they could go to a judge and say, Mrs. Judge, I think that I should have this life because I am now but a straight up copy and paste, and what we'll do, alright, is we'll get on in on doing some sick shit to sweet child of God and do death spells and poverty spells on somebody who's sweet child of God, and we'll all have a good laugh about it, because he also, alright, wanted some of this unexpected income to buy himself a flat, an apartment, a house or a home and live a life of luxury, because this bitter boy thinks he deserves it, and this bitter boy has been doing black magic again on sweet child of God. 1 minute he's all raggedy, yeah, fusty, musty and crusty, and the next minute he's still fusty, musty and crusty with a few quid in his bank. Once was a fusty, musty boy, has always been a fusty, musty boy, and now he thinks he's great because he's dancing around, fusting everywhere. Yeah, they're laughing. He were laughing about it. Most High's laughing at them because he's dancing and prancing around, alright, fusting and musting around in a car, fusting and musting a car out, fussing and musting a home out, alright. All this death magic is bouncing back, alright. These Freemasons have been exposed for who they actually are. Of course they are. They're real concerned. They was like, oh, do you know what? I wish we'd never have helped this family because now we're all being exposed. Now the system is collapsing, alright? We should have never put so much work behind the scenes to take sweet child of God's sudden wealth with this fusty, musty family who's nothing but fakes and frauds, tampering with legal documentation when they are, well, spiritually poor. That's what they are, this family, you see. And then with this journey, alright, getting on the hate train. Getting on the hate train. Get in on the hate train. Get in on the hate train. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. And they've been getting on that hate train. Get in on that hate train. And they have. and with all this like poverty spells and all this back-to-back rituals, and I mean back-to-back death spells, back-to-back rituals, back-to-back, because of this sudden wealth, what they want, and they think that they should take a cut of the money and all that because they don't want to be seen as a fusty-musty. What do you mean? She's changing the car, darling. I'm going to say it again, because the Most High wants me to say it again. She's changing her car more than she's changing her knickknacks. Alright? Alright? I'm getting she has to like peel them off after about 6 days of wearing them. Alright? Tries to make out like she's posh. Yeah, no. Fusty musty old man at courtroom, you know, swaying. As there they are. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Judgy, I think we should have a good laugh at sweet child of God. Alright? And we should split the money amongst ourselves, and we should get cars in. And we should get a house in. We should get home in. And we should claim that we have this divine knowledge and divine wisdom, but all they do is pop on and off and do it to somebody who's in a divine union, divine connection with the divine, and they're doing death hexes, death spells over this money, again, because they're nothing but bitter bitches. Nothing but bitter bitches. Even these full-grown men, okay, even these full-grown men are bitches. Let me tell you that. These full-grown men are not real men. This is not a real man, alright? This is not a real man. This is not a real woman, okay? This is not a real man. This is not a real woman. No real man or no real woman would ever do anything like that. They wouldn't. And they can claim to be part of a secret society as much as they want. They can claim to be part of Illuminati, but they don't want that illuminating. 1717, bang on the clock there. Look at that, darling. Because they've done this to somebody whose devoted themselves to the divine. They give themselves, their mind, their body, their soul, their spirit, up to Jesus Christ, Yeshua, okay, up to the Most High. And after these death spells have been getting done on them, every time they've been delivered and they've been saved, every time they've been delivered and they've been saved and they're going through healing, yet do they still want to create illusions and confusions because they have no compassion, no empathy and no remorse? They've done this to a healer, they've done this to a nurturer, okay, time and time again, because they're jealous of a real divine masculine or divine feminine's future. They've even done everything they can to take away their ambition. We've got the moon card. Moon magic, 1818. Moon magic. Don't tell me, yeah, we've got that secrets there, moon there, alright, they want to be part of a secret society, alright, again, claim that they are illuminate, but they're not. Because if they was real illuminate ones, they would be exposing this shit, wouldn't they? And they're not. They're trying to cover it up, alright? Sophia, she ain't happy with this. She's not happy with that at all. They're changing cars more than they're changing the fucking Y-babes. They've been so focused on these attacks like mad. So focused on doing mental magic, alright? But every time they've done like these poverty spells, and every time they've been scoping up this sudden wealth and splitting it amongst themselves, alright, this masculine, this feminine has constantly adjusted and adapted to their surroundings and their environments. That's the truth. Because this person, they know it's not their fortune at all. It's not their fortune to take, is it? Maybe quite possibly practicing stillness. Alright, we've got the past and the sun. This has been going on for a long time. A long time. Sweet child of God, okay? Chosen one, yeah? They've been trauma bonding this masculine or feminine to past events, okay? But they've been keeping that up and running with these patterns here. and this persistence, right? And with this, wherever it was with forgiveness, and then we got this assurance, I can assure you now, yeah, that Mary, Jesus, Yeshua, Sophia, the Most High is never going to forgive these people for what they've done. Of course they're not. This is a masculine or feminine, a chosen one, okay, sweet child of God, and that's what they've done. They've tried to take divine inheritance with this fortune, this divine sudden wealth, okay? Oh, darlings. Oh, they have. Changing cars more than they're changing the Y, babes. Changing keggies every fucking 6 weeks, and we've got a rainbow baby or rainbow child. We've got communication, tears. They could have been attacking a rainbow baby, a rainbow child. We've got forgiveness for that because the Most High has knowledge on this, okay? They're never going to be forgiven. They can pray as much as they want, but they are never going to be forgiven at all. And they're just going to radically accept that 21-21, they're going to lose absolutely everything. They're just going to have to accept it. They're going to have to take it on the fucking chin, all right? They're going to have to accept it. They're going to have to take it on the chin. There's been doing beauty spells, okay? Because they want this knowledge, they want this wisdom, they want this goddess type of energy to be flowing onto them by doing dark witchcraft and death magic. What do you mean, dolls? Look at that. Even being, yeah, for some, we've got Earth, Gaia, a pregnant mother. They've been attacking a pregnant mother, okay, and attacking a baby whilst in the womb. Do you mean, sweetheart? Knowledge, the Most High knows, you see, alright? So the Most High is forming an alliance against these sick fucks. The Most High is, look, divine protection. You are being protected by divine beings. They see what you're unable to see and cut it off before it can reach you. Because it's masculine, feminine, whatever, they're divinely protected. They've even been attacking pregnant women, you know, a nurturer whilst pregnant, okay, and getting involved in sacrificing child of God, health attacks. Somebody's trying to negatively affect your health, either physically or mentally. Death spells. Because of this bloody money, what's not even theirs. Have they been gambling like mad? Yeah, we've got instant karma. And they keep getting instant karma for anything they keep trying to do to this masculine or this feminine. They've been going to assistance. Alright? They've deliberately tried to transmit spiritually transmitted diseases. So we've got vibe clearing and we've got light magic, okay? They're a light worker. They've been doing family curses, alright? Somebody's using magic to place generational curses on you and your family. Weirdos, freaks of actual nature. And then they've been doing love spells. What? They do all this attacks and then they go, can I do a love spell on them now? Because I want them to love me. Yeah. Death magic, death spell, alright? Trying to sacrifice, rob all this money, alright? Do some sick shit to kids, alright? A love spell, please. Alright. And now can we go on for more spiritual attacks, yeah? Alright then, they're off the fucking heads, let me tell you that. Somebody's trying to attack you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest, and then more health attacks. And then they're doing pity parties. They're all getting together when it backfires, alright? They're all crying when it backfires on them, alright? They're all having pity parties, feel sorry for me spells, sympathy spells, launching these health attacks, these physical health, mental health attacks. Then when their physical health and mental health ain't so good, they want pity and they're like, oh, I feel sorry for me. Me head, me neck, me back, me P-U-S-S-Y and me crack. What do you mean? So the Most High is working on reversing that back onto them. Okay, so the angels, okay, goddesses, Yeshua, Mary, okay, Sophia is all working together to reverse this magic. We've got mirror magic. Someone envies you and is trying to steal your essence to become a mirror image. So it's like identity theft. They want to be this masculine or feminine, quite possibly posing to be this masculine or feminine online, on the streets, in the courtroom, okay? Plagiarism, the lot. Then love binding spells. Somebody's working to have you soul tied to them because they want access to that energy, that life, that destiny, that soul purpose, that divine connection. They need this energy to keep wrapping themselves in this energy and disguise themselves as like someone who's holy, someone who's in, you know, in a good connection to the divine, and they're not. They're so far away from God, okay? They're so far away from Jesus, Yeshua, okay? Mary, Sophia, it's unbelievable, all right? Someone will tell on themselves and reveal their true feelings and intentions towards you. So they've all been getting on blower. Of course they have. Blower. Will show him, will show her, getting on blower. All the meetings, all right? Holding these meetings, all right? Targeting this masculine or feminine who they took this sudden wealth from. Because they've all been getting on the hate train, you see. They've all been journeying around, meeting together, back-to-back death spells, back-to-back death rituals, all right? Laughing about it, back-to-back mental health attacks, back-to-back physical health attacks, back-to-back poverty spells, all right? And then doing mirror magic, what? Because they want this essence to become this masculine or feminine. What do you mean? So if the masculines are doing this to a feminine, they want to be a girl. They want to be a girl. Look at this. And they want to be a woman. All right. Big men. And if they've been doing this to masculine, they want to be a man. But again, they're not a real man. They're not a real woman, because no man, no real man and no real woman would do that. All right. And no real man or no real woman, right, would get jealous of someone else's essence, want to become a mirror image, jealous of that person's beauty, and be doing beauty magic, yeah, to make them look like shit, and poverty spells to make them look like shit. All right. So basically, this is a bad situation. I'm not condoning it. I'm not accepting it, all right? It's far from forgivable by the divine. But if we think about it, that people are going on off and doing beauty spells, all right, because they want to make you look like a piece of shit, you must be beautiful on the outside and in. Must be. And they're just going to have to radically accept that they're nothing but a devil and demon in a meat suit, okay? And they're never going to get this divine connection. All right, they're never going to be seen as a chosen one. They're never going to be as real illuminate ones, okay? Because they've been doing some sick shit, all right? And again, they're wrapping themselves and they're cloaking themselves in that divine energy because they want to be able to radiate like a divine masculine or a divine feminine. But the fakes, the frauds, they're nothing but fakes and nothing but karmics. So it's a hoax. They're a hoax, darling. Completion. The energy work done against you is done. It's over. The spell has been broken because this masculine or feminine, their spirit team has their back and they're not alone. Freeze spell. What should we do? A freeze spell now? All these meetings. Should we do a freeze spell? Yeah, let's go on off and do a freeze spell. How about that? Yeah, alright then. They're all proper head rammed so far up their own ass. But while they've got their heads rammed so far up their own ass and they're smelling their own ass, alright, that's just what the demons are smelling like, what they've been conjuring up and what they've been working with, okay? And sooner or later, when all this, like, it's backfiring and they're being revealed, they're just going to have a stench of, like, pure farts or pure shit coming from them. So someone wants to stop any progress on your way to success. No way. Alright, someone is out to take something that is yours. This could be love, money, energy, etc. And they've done that, okay? They've been feeding off this masculine and feminine energy with these patterns and past and child since they was a child. Feeding off that, feeding and wishing death upon this child all throughout their life, sweet child of God, alright? And then they wanted to always steal money, okay, from this sweet child of God, this family or families, alright, and that's what they keep doing. A lot of robbery, which again, it is major crimes, you know, because it ain't just petty crime, and it ain't just stealing a couple of quid. This is stealing a substantially large amount of money, and because of that, it's some major crimes what these corrupt Freemasons in these courthouses taking money to the table, and that's why these corrupt Freemasons are getting the lodges raided and probably the bank accounts put on ice because they're not but copycats, alright? They've been chatting out but shit, getting on these back-to-back death spells, alright? Grabbing the popcorn, alright? Having a right good laugh, but their criminal enterprise is falling to pieces. Yeah, their criminal enterprise is being destroyed. These corrupt coppers as well. It's game over for them because look, I told her, their accounts are under investigation. They've been doing fake accounts, alright? Basically rubbing it in this masculine or feminine's face that they've got all of this money, alright? Rubbing it in their face that they've got all of this money and then getting lippy. Yeah, and we've got sex shop. And then they've been spending it on sex workers. What do you mean? Do you mean you've stolen all this sudden wealth and you're spending it all on sex workers, you sick fucks? So they hate this masculine or feminine. They've got caution and they've got getting manipulated. So basically, fake friends have all been manipulating, getting in on gang stalking. We've got outdated, expired issues, old news. It's been going on for a long time, alright? And they've been getting off the bonds on the road on a shit ton of drugs, big pharma drugs, alright? So mental health tablets, physical health tablets, alright? Street drugs, alright? Off the bonds on the road, chatting shit, manipulating anyone they can to work with them. Come on, get in on this gang stalking. We took all this money in it, funny. 32 it was there. Alright, come on, get in on this death magic, beezing around to anyone up and down country, in hometown, outside of hometown, alright? With this journeying outside of hometown, anywhere they can to get more black magic done. And then they're asking for forgiveness. No, darling. Toxic. Far too toxic for the Most High to ever want us to forgive that and take that back, sweetheart. Far too toxic, alright? Far too evil. Too many evil acts, deeds, no repenting. Unrepented sins. Their hearts is heavy as fuck because all they do is hate on chosen ones. All they do is steal other people's fortunes, alright? Laugh at them, gang stalk them, create a false narrative, manipulate, lie and control people because they're nothing but manipulating little bitches. And again, these men are nothing but manipulating little bitches, alright? They've been doing sex magic, paying for sex magic, alright? Yeah, they are. They've been sleeping with prostitutes, sex workers, alright? They've all been slamming around, smashing each other. They've all been cashing checks, alright? They don't want to hear it going down. They just wanted to fulfill a fantasy. More money, more hoes. If I've got all this money, I'm going to have some chicks hanging off my arm. And if I'm going to have this money, I'm going to be like seen as this sex goddess and stuff like that and keep wrapping myself in divine masculine, divine feminine's energy. No, darling, you're nothing but a little hussy. So this is going to pop on off. Nothing but a hussy, and I'm getting nothing but a council estate, SLAG. Alright? Nothing but a council estate, SLAG, who everyone's been on. And they're trying to run away after causing so much drama, yeah? After causing so much drama, They're trying to run away from what they've done because the bank accounts is under investigation. We've got pregnancy tests. Like I said, yeah, with this pregnancy test coming on out, they did this as well to a pregnant woman. And then after they did like a sacrifice on a pregnant woman, all right, and sacrificed sweet child of God, they was going on out partying, celebrating, and trying to get rid of evidence, deleting messages of how envious they are, and trying to get rid of any evidence of them getting involved in a child sacrifice and murdering an unborn baby child. And they think it's funny, and they've been causing so much catastrophe, so much manipulation, because they want this sudden wealth for themselves, and they want to keep hold of what they've split amongst themselves, and this is why they're all going down. Hello, it's child murder, sweetheart. Then the bugaboos, alright, just because they want to slam around, getting in their field. I think I should have this sudden wealth and take a cut of it, because what? You're greedy, darling. Bad choice. They've been caught getting a room together, sneaking into Freemason lodges, okay? Sneaking into, what's these things called? What they're called? There's a name for it. Town halls. Town hall meetings, alright? Sneaking into town hall meetings, alright? They've been getting watched, alright? They've been getting watched. Town hall meetings, sneaking on in to do another death spell and continue to keep murdering innocent children. And they all think, what? What? Like they just get away with that? Hello? That's child murder. They're murdering children whilst they're still in the womb as well. Because they want to keep all of this sudden wealth, and then they're trying to pray for forgiveness to the divine. I'm terribly sorry, but the divine is not going to forgive these toxic people. Toxic fixation, look. They want that light within this masculine or feminine. They're doing this out of jealousy. Evil eye. Out, how are they not seeing? 37. How are they not seeing how evil and jealous and how toxic and how spiteful they are and how spiritually poor they are? So the bank accounts could have 60 million billion in their bank accounts, but they will forever be spiritually poor, and they will never be, okay, a part of the divine. Never. They'll never have this divine connection. Yeshua, again, Sophia, Mary, they are not going to forgive these people ever. Ever. What they've done is totally unforgivable. And they didn't just do this once, twice, 3 times, a fucking lady. They was doing this persistently. For fun. Because they thought it was a laugh. They was laughing. Because they thought it was a laugh. Yeah? Even these old Freemasons, men. Fully grown men, 38, fully grown women, old men, old women, laughing about it, being mentally immature and mentally retarded. Laughing about being mentally immature, laughing about being mentally retarded, because I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's a laugh. Mentally immature and mentally retarded. They want a divine crown for being mentally mature and mentally retarded. They're never going to get this divine crown. It's not their crown, all right? It's not their crown. It's not their divine connection, all right? So I can assure you now, you can stop it with this evil eye and you can stop it with this dark energy work on the real healers. Again, they've been doing this like a rainbow baby. Something surrounding a rainbow baby. Alright? Massive success is coming to you after you release someone toxic from your life. But this is why they've been doing soul time. Because they're like, nah, we're not releasing them at all. No, because we don't want this money to come back to them. And we want to keep up with this toxic stuff, don't we? Because we've been doing it for many, 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 many years. Doing evil acts, sick stuff to children, alright? to children. And they think that they should keep that up. And they think that they deserve this fortune. Very inexperienced. Very inexperienced in this area. Okay? Very inexperienced. They was chosen by the Most High because the Most High seen potential within them. And the Most High knew that these toxic people could never achieve anything and could never master these gifts, these skills, these talents, okay? So these ones in these secret societies, they can keep praying for forgiveness all they want. But they've been doing death magic constantly. And we've got rebirth. Isis energy. Rebirth. Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let me tell you that. What they've been doing is absolutely disgusting. They've even been wanting to keep it a secret that they've been hexing and cursing this masculine, this feminine's love life. And I was laughing about it. Laughing about it. Alright? Trying to hex and curse the solar plexus chakra. Because they didn't like this masculine or feminine and their child or children, if child or children are involved, to have creative sparks. No. Jimmy. Because he wants to make out like he's the most creative, talented, low-rank crank in the whole entire world, does he? He's not. He's not. He's not. Because there's fucking far more talented people out there than this low on the totem pole spiritual ranking, because he's not even being ranked, okay? The Most High's not ranking him. The devil wouldn't want to rank him. The demons don't want to rank him. No. Look, he's always about number one. You see that number one? He's always about himself. Arrogant, egotistical, fusty, musty, dusty, rusty, crusty. He's always about number one, he is. He doesn't care about anyone. He's just like, can we do more dark energy? Because I'm jealous, alright? I'm very toxic, alright? That I just want to keep partying and celebrating and pissing this money up the wall and beezing round in a car what's been bought from stolen money. Let me get away with it. Abandonment. Your person feels abandoned by you and not liking it. What do you mean? They took all this. They took this sudden wealth. They took absolutely everything. Plagiarism, alright. Stolen this person's full identity, okay. Want this masculine, feminine's full life, and quite possibly child or children's full life, full identity, their destiny, and they feel abandoned. The Most High's abandoned them, okay. The Most High has turned their back on them. Okay, they chose the side what they wanted to play, alright? They chose to be envious, jealous, toxic. They're the ones who chose to be a manipulating, lying, control freak little bitch. So there's no way they can run on off, yeah, and get away with cashing checks in their bank accounts because, well, where's all this money come from, darling? You know, these fake ass friends and stuff, they can do as much sex magic as what they want. They can keep getting lippy as much as they want with these corrupt coppers, but when they're locked on up, alright, motherfuckers like me, alright, the good side of my collective will be watching these cranks on like a documentary where they're exposed for who they actually are, and will 4433 will be getting snacks while they're falling apart on the inside, getting destroyed by bigger boys and bigger girls, alright? who knows that they're not but a straight up copy and fit like paste, they're nothing but a fake, alright? And they're trying to beat other people because they're envious. And they're going to know these corrupt coppers, corrupt law officials have been bearing evidence. So when they get found out, when they get sent down, okay, and charged with all these multiple shit ton of like crimes, it's all going to pop on off inside these prisons with these corrupt coppers, corrupt lawyers, corrupt law enforcement, yeah? And it's going to be total drama on the cameras, okay, watching it all just kick on off because they're going to end up getting voted and everything. They're going to end up getting voted and everything. And then all these financial attacks obviously is going to backfire because they're going to be pushed back into poverty. Marine Kingdom, 45. Someone is making offerings to marine spirits to gain power against you. What do you mean, dolls? And creating blockages in all the chakras. Block. You know, like crown chakra block. That was rebuked, that was reversed, alright, look, with this divine protection. Throat chakra block, that was rebuked, okay, that was reversed by the Most High. I can feel that. That was rebuked, that was reversed by the Most High, okay. Heart chakra blockages, that was reversed, that was rebuked, okay. That was returned back to sender by the Most High. And the like solar and then the sacral and the root chakra all creating blockages, but now they're the ones who's blocked and clogged up with nothing but shit, alright, coming from their lips, alright, 46, because all they do when they're getting lippy and running the mouth is chat nothing but pure shit. Some of them could actually be getting their teeth smashed out in prison when they get locked up, alright. Whatever was holding you back has been or is being removed by the angels. Alright. Binding. Somebody's using spell work to keep you from using their their personal power. Because they want to be seen as almighty, all powerful, working with a legion of demonic spirits who are now turning back, okay, on them and attacking them, okay? They're attacking them and they're under demonic possession, alright? They're under demonic possession. They're that nutty and deluded, alright, that they think, okay, because they're silly, 47, that when all this is backfiring, okay, and reversing back on them, okay, because the Most High, the angels, okay, they've been working together to reverse this back onto them. They think that this masculine or feminine, who they keep attacking, is doing that to them. But it's them. They're doing it. They're the ones doing the death magic. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones conjuring up these legions of demons, alright? They're the ones who's stealing. They're the ones who like going back and then they're trying to do sympathy spells and feel sorry for me spells. And they're the ones who's doing these health attacks. They're the ones who's got a lot of energetic burdens and dark entities attached to them. And they're the ones who's going to assistance, okay, shaking hands with each other, paying for spell work, beezing round cars, yeah, gossiping, chatting shit to these practitioners. Even corrupt coppers have been involved, going, they've got a lippy and they spoke out about me, alright. They spoke out about me and what I was doing. So basically, they've even been manipulating other people from outside of their secret society when they've been going to these like witches and warlocks. They've been chatting shit. Even these corrupt coppers, they've been chatting shit, alright? They was just gossiping, spreading lies and rumours, yeah, and then beezing on off and trying to pay for a bloody spell work. Look at this baby in the womb. And they hex and they cast, sweet child of God, okay, multiple people, yeah, and they deliberately harmed a baby, 49, and sacrificed a baby whilst inside of the womb. And we've got these good undercover investigators who's found a missing piece to the puzzle, okay? Look at these little angel wings here. They're involved in murdering children. 4 of Wands, and they think that the sun should be beaming down on them, and they should be seen as, you know, all holy, and they should be seen as the one who's in some sort of communion, okay, with the Most High, and they're the ones who deserve a happy life. But guess what? Everyone at this courthouse, okay, everyone in this corrupt town, they've all had their input. They've all been acting like big man. Okay, they are. They've probably even we've got foreign energy, got foreign people, alright, involved. Probably going to foreign countries, okay, on a holiday, pissing it all up the wall, while they're acting like big man, pointing the finger, getting all the input, when it's them who's doing all this sick shit, the deluded, the psychopaths, the sociopaths. They're so bad that it's not even like a good type of bad. You know, when it comes across when people go, oh, you're a badass and stuff like that, yeah, they're not at all trying to act like fucking badass. Cursing the baby while in the womb, okay, snipping umbilical cord for some whilst in womb and thinking it's funny. They're all under judgment. There's no avoiding this judgment at all, okay? They're under divine judgment. Their hearts are heavy as fuck because all they do is hate, because they're nothing but haters. Even these corrupt police officers, they hate this masculine or feminine. Even these corrupt coppers, nothing but hate this masculine or feminine. And I'll tell you why. Because they've never even bothered to put their hands together and pray to the Most High, yeah, and pray to Yeshua, okay, pray to Holy Mary, alright. They've never even bothered. A lot of them have never even bothered. When they put their hands together, yeah, and bow down, they're just doing a praying motion and bowing down to the devil, these corrupt coppers, Luciferians, okay. Even they've been getting on spreading malicious gossip around the town to other people, in other police forces. No way. All because they want the fruits of this masculine, this feminine's labour. They want to have this nice, luxurious life by stealing this sudden wealth. And we've got this banker here depositing money into these corrupt coppers, the corrupt Freemasons, alright, Lady Masons, alright, corrupt government officials, banging money in their account, all having their input, acting like big man, okay, trying to judge somebody whose heart is as light as a feather, and they want to act like big man, look down, point down, do all this sick shit, and judge somebody, yeah, and point the finger and start malicious lies and rumours because they want this money, and judge someone whose heart's as light as a feather, man. Missing pieces to puzzles, alright? Unsolved crimes is what I'm getting. And it's going to hit the local news. They don't like high priestesses. No, darling. For some, they've done this to a high priestess. Not everybody, but this little bit, because it is a collective reading. For some, they've done this to a high priestess. They've all been pulling up chairs. Look, these evil people. Yeah, they have. They've all been discussing who's going to get what and who's flying out where, to which foreign country. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Are you going to go with your fair share of this money that was never even yours to take, darling? Oh, I'm off to Australia, mate. Well, you going to go with your fair share of the money what's not even yours to take? Oh, I'm going to go to Spain. Where you going to go with your fair share of this money what's not even yours to take? Oh, I'm off to Greece. Or where are you going to go with your fair share of the money, you know, what's not even yours to take? Oh, I'm off to Scotland. Where are you going to go? Oh, I'm going to go to a family caravan site. You know, I'm going to rent a holiday home. And then when I pop on back 54 to local hometown, I'm just going to appear at a launch and pull up a chair and do the next death spell with this secret society and then catch flight tickets, alright, all over the world and think that they deserve that lifestyle when they are with these little angels, when they are child murderers, and they think that because they are sacrificing and murdering child children, and they think that they should have this rich, luxurious life, take this sudden wealth with this unexpected income and split it amongst the bloody selves, man. These toxic people, again, they've done this to a nurturer. Someone who's highly skilled, multiple skills and talents, okay, from the divine. And they want that for themselves. Oh, identity theft, like I say. So involved in money laundering, okay. They're committed to playing games. This corrupt solicitor, alright, this corrupt attorney, committed to playing games. Dicing with death is what I'm getting. Dicing with death. Taking moolah on the table, alright. Here. Getting like cross and angry because they want this sudden wealth for themselves. So they was getting cross and angry about sudden wealth coming to the rightful person. To a sort. They was getting cross and angry. Here. And orchestrated gang stalking and orchestrated death spells. So they could catch flight tickets, yeah, and fly on out and jet on out to foreign countries. No way. Where are you going with your fair share of this money? It's alright, we'll just sit here and we'll do death spell here, alright, we'll catch a flight over here, when we touch on down to wherever they've gone on holiday, we'll like, make sure you find a dark witch or a warlock there, alright, just go to somebody, dark witch or warlock, and then do a death hex and then over there. Send them evil eye from Greece, will ya? Alright. When they go to Spain, alright, and make sure you still stay bitter as fuck in Spain, darling, and do a death hex over from Spain, and do a death hex, you know, down in London, alright, and do a death hex if you just pop on over to America, do death hex over there, do death hex over here. You do that, look, we'll go Greece or Rome or something like that, alright. They had it all mapped out, look, they were shaking hands. They had it all mapped out. They've been trying to send like from Rome or Greece. Okay. Mental magic. Trying to scramble someone's brain because they want to trample all over this masculine or feminine, treat them like pure shit, over this sudden wealth, what was never even theirs. Can you believe it? Even going off to like Rome and Greece and stuff like that, acting like Billy Big Bollocks. Look, sat there, alright, acting like Billy Big Bollocks is what I'm getting. Just dreaming. Probably even for some, saying that it's going to drag this masculine, this feminine, down a dark tunnel. Alright, yeah. Shall we drag them down it? We'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret. Because I want to get this plane ticket and I want all this cheap flight tickets over here and flight tickets over there. Alright, and we'll keep it a secret. We've got 6 of swords. Some of these people are like on edge, is what I'm getting. Some of these people are on edge and just making out like they're suicidal and they're struggling with their mental health because they don't want to be outed for who they actually are. Because they have been doing suicide spells and now they're contemplating and constantly contemplating on taking their own life constantly. Okay. you know, going down to Dover or what have you, alright, France, you know, like, where should we go next? With stolen money. Where shall we go next? Come on, we'll get some new boats. Some boats, because we just want to fill somebody else's big boats. 59.59 on the clock, it was there. Yeah, we just want this masculine or feminine's destiny, and we think that we should be able to go, oi, you, we're having your destiny, we're having your sudden wealth, alright. 8 of Swords, they're getting locked up in prison. 5 of Swords, they're going down, okay. The Most High is stamping this down, because they've been whipping up a storm, you see, and now their heads is a mess. Let me tell you that. Their heads is scrambled. They tried to scramble somebody else's brain and turn them insane, alright? Somebody who's got a heart as light as a feather, alright? The avenging angels a lot, calling judgment. It's like the Most High is pointing to them and going, this is not your life. This is not your destiny. This ain't your work, alright? These are not your gifts, your skills, your talents, alright? This is not your wealth. This is not your child. This is not your baby, alright? They've been like literally with pals, taking like a house or a home, like I say. They've been paying for crystal ball readings. Well, why not, Why not? They've been trotting around thinking they're just like something. They have been trotting around with a little bag. You'll probably see them on social media. Like, look at me, darling. I've got a little bag. Look at me. Can you carry my luggage for me? Okay. I'll grab a spot of lunch. Okay. Yeah, I'll get a spot of lunch. Okay. I'm going to get some new shades with this money. I'm going to act all fashionable with this money. What do you think? I'm going to get some new boats, alright? I'm going to get some clogs, because I'm getting new clogs here. I'm getting new clogs. I'm getting new clogs. She wants to do beauty magic, and she wants people to think she's absolutely stunning from doing a shit ton of spell work and stealing a large amount of money and then doing death spells on chosen ones, sweet child of God, and she thinks that she should have this life. I doubt it, darling. I doubt it. Because look, their bank accounts, we've got a good judge here, alright? Their bank accounts been getting looked into. A good judge is going to charge them for every single sick, sinister crime they've ever committed. Because for some strange reason, they wanted to be treated like a frigging celebrity or something. Look at us, we're stealing this sudden wealth and we're doing death magic and we're doing all this sick shit and we're nothing but bitter bitches. Because that's what they are. Even trying to, for some people, whilst child baby is growing in womb, trying to sacrifice the child or children while still in mother's womb and doing death magic on an unborn child, and they think that they're going to be forgiven by the divine. I wouldn't even be able to look myself in the bloody mirror. No way. There ain't no amount of beauty magic what's going to make this person have a beautiful heart. No amount of beauty spell, yeah, is going to make this person have a beautiful heart. They've got a money, power hungry, heavy, heavy, heavy heart. They've just got a heart of a hater. That's it. They've just got a heart of a hater. They're hating on the person, yeah, who they've orchestrated all these evil, mean acts and deeds. They're hating on the person who they've been doing death magic because of this sudden... How can you do that? And how can they not see that they're not all there in their heads? And these people, yeah, need locking on up in a prison, maximum security. Maximum security. Maximum security. For some it could be something to do with music, but still, maximum security. Flight tickets. Yeah, I'm checking on it. I'm checking on it. Yeah, I'm just going to go to this country abroad, and I'm just going to do more illusions when I'm abroad. Why not? well, if I pop on abroad and I could get on this plane and, you know what I mean, with this coinage, this, you know, prosperity was never even theirs to take, these absolute snakes, then I can do death spells way over in Spain or France or Rome or Greece or... They've even been trying to make masculine or feminine's hair greasy. They've even been paying for some sort of like grease spells or something because they want masculine or feminine's hair to be greasy. That's what I'm getting. Some sort of a grease spell. Because they want masculine or feminine's hair to be greasy, man. No way. Because they're jealous of how naturally shiny, okay, that's what it is. They're jealous of this masculine, this feminine's, and quite possibly child or children's hair and the way they shine naturally. Oh, please. When are these sick motherfuckers, yeah? It's like, they can try and pray to Jesus at this point. They can try and pray to Yeshua and Mary, but these snakes, they're never going to be able to heal that money, power, hungry heart. They're never going to be able to heal that soulless body. They're never going to be able to heal that ugly mind of theirs at all. They're never going to be able to. Again, it was never their prosperity. And some of these people, again, who's been pulling up chairs, doing death magic, deliberately trying to stress this masculine or feminine because they want it to keep ordering like Amazon products and stuff like that from abroad and pay for this abroad and get this shipped on down and proper splash spending. I'm going to get this didgeridoo from way over in Australia. Yeah, it should be coming in a couple of weeks. I just had to... Yeah, it'll be coming in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to check with my Amazon delivery. It should be here within a couple of weeks or something like that. Yeah, I've just ordered this salsa from Africa or what have you. I've just ordered this, but it's African. I've just ordered this from India. Yeah, headset. Yeah, but you've never had a bit of argy-bargy, darling. No way. No fucking way. This is why ancestors are whipping and whooping their ass in spirit. Do you know what I mean? Some of these, because some of these in this connection are racist, but they want to get in tunage with Indian stuff, yet they've never had a bit of argy-bargy. What's all that about? Madness. Madness. Look, see, right, here. Not to be mean, alright? But some of these people have been ordering stuff from like India, okay? Yet they've never had a bit of argy-bargy. Look. Never had a bit of argy-bargy, alright? Want to make out like they're in tunage with Indian spirit guides and that. They're not. They're not. They're not. Want to make out like they're all shamanic, alright? And if they've ever gone to like an Indian, like shaman or shamanic to do dark spell work on this masculine or feminine, they've now lost their ancestors and they're getting whooped in spirit by their own ancestors and they're turning against them. So, what's the point in that? I had to get that bit out, like they've never had a bit of argy-bargy. Never had a bit of argy-bargy, alright? Might have had a fucking corner, but that's about it. Because someone in this connection, and again, I'm not to be mean, alright? But all they can handle is a karma, alright? That's all they can handle. They'll get a sweat on with a karma, yet they want to come up against golden child, sun child, sweet child of God. They don't want to hear it, yeah? Stop trying to outspice sweet child of God, darling. Stop getting lippy about sweet child of God, darling. Alright, look. Stop doing sex magic, alright? These fake friends who are nothing but racist haters as well. Oh yeah, they will. Oh yeah, they will. They will even like try and pay like Indian witches or warlocks to do spell work. But again, some of these people are actually racist and they've never had a bit of argy-bargy and they want to destroy somebody and they're like maybe mixed race child or something with this pregnancy test, because some of these people are racist and there's so much lying going down. It's unbelievable. They're jealous of this masculine, this feminine's level of emotional intelligence and all. Because this person knows that they're nothing but a compulsive liar, nothing but a manipulation, nothing but money, power hungry, and they want to control the narrative, control other people, even when they're in relationships. They want to control them fully, and they want to full on possess them with these spiritually transmitted demons. And go, sorry, I'm struggling with my mental health. Take me back, be my friend again, let me be your family member again, alright? I mean, I know, but we're family, you know. I know I took this home and I was bitter and I was doing all this evil eye and this gang stalking, suicide spells, but I really wanted a new pair of clogs and I really wanted a new pair of shades, alright, to carry on being proper shady and keep this in the shade. But like I say, it's been illuminated. It's not in the shade no more. At all. Falling to pieces. Falling apart. They're getting taken down. They're going to get treated like pure trash, these toxic people, when they're in prison. And then everyone else around them, because of this substantial large amount of money, what they've robbed, they're going to end up getting the super noodles robbed, alright? Yeah. They're going to get the apples robbed, alright? And then they're going to go mad as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to start getting proper dramatic, going, that's my apple. That's my apple. Then they're going to get banned. Then they're going to get banned for kicking her off over an apple, alright? Setting the record straight, you see. These haters are going to start getting banned over a bloody apple. Because they're going to get backstabbed and betrayed whilst they're inside. Of course they are. Oh, I don't bloody know. Yeah. That was my apple. That was my super noodles. That was mine. That was mine. That was my bra. That was my crusty knickers. They was my white babes. That was my white babes. No way. That's the truth. Because the past is catching up to them. Alright, some of these people wanted to be seen as a bloody leader. They've just led a lot of people into getting locked up in prison. Mami Wata. Maybe they even tried to use Mami Wata, but Mami said nana, darling. Yeah. Mary, she said nana, darling. Even tried to use Mami Wata, and that's why their just ancestors are on their ass. But again, what they are doing with all this, they think that this masculine or feminine is putting spells or potions together. Do you know the ones who they're attacking? Or they're trying to make out like this masculine or feminine who they've stolen all this wealth and everything from. They're doing death magic on me, they're doing this on me, and then they go into the palace, pulling up a chair and stuff like that, and they're all like, yeah, let's just do this to them, let's do that to them, okay? I'm getting real angry because I want this money and everything's backfiring on me. Everyone's knowing that I'm nothing but a jealous, bitter hater. I'm money, power hungry, and I'm evil. I'm sinister. I'm corrupt. And I don't want everyone to know how arrogant I am and evil and sinister and corrupt and how money power hungry I am, because I think I deserve this money. Which is mad, innit? Isn't it mad? They don't want to hear the truth. They don't. Look, they don't want to hear the truth. Alright? They very much like putting on this fake personality, this persona, okay? As like this party animal, this person who thinks that they deserve to have a life of luxury and all that shit. Even an ex is involved. It says love story, once upon a time. Even an ex is involved in this. Ordering stuff from over here, ordering stuff from over there. I'll get a mirror from over here. I'm going to get a microwave from over there. Alright, I'm going to get this plant from down here. Yeah. I'm going to get this exotic animal from abroad. Yeah. I'm going to get, what else? Exotic animal from abroad, or I'm going to get this. What else? Furniture. Yeah, from America. It was all the way in America or whatever. Or I'm going to get this from Spain. I know, but it's a Spanish design, and I think I should have that with this stolen money. Yeah, I want this real antique table with stolen money, please. No way. Even buying antiques with stolen money. Buying antiques. Doing it at their house, their home, stolen house, home. Buying antiques, okay? No way. Constantly doing death spells, but pattern of it, but this masculine, this feminine, keeps getting me back, because it's, again, it's not their fortune, man. It's not their bloody future. What's wrong with these people? They're mentally retarded, these Freemasons, you know. These Freemasons are mentally retarded. These lady masons, alright, they're mentally retarded. Love magic, you know, romance magic, alright. Do you mean? And then they want forgiveness. Like I say, the Most High is not going to forgive them. No, he's not. Okay, they're not. They're not. Because again, they're so far away from God, it's unbelievable. Some of these people were supposed to keep a promise to the Most High that they was going to serve to like protect, okay? They were supposed to have made a promise to the Most High that like when they got in this so-called power position, yeah, that they was going to bring justice. Not get in on doing this sick shit just so they can have sex partners, rent boys and what have you, hanging off both arms. I'm just like, as long as I've got a couple of gay guys hanging off my arm, and as long as I've got a couple of hot chicks hanging off my arm, I don't care about anyone else, because I'm all about ego. I'm fake, I'm false, I'm fraud, I'm fake riches. As long as I've got a couple of bitches hanging off my arms, I'll rob the life out of anyone, me. Because all I want to do is act like big man and fussed around town. Fussed, do you know what I mean? Because you can smell the fuss on him. There's no amount of deodorant, aftershave or what's ever going to take that fusty smell from his aura. Alright? That's what he's thinking. Oh yeah, he's thinking imprisonment. There you go. Long story short, getting pushed back into fuss. Alright? Cleaning duties inside the prison, because that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to pay everything back. Yeah, they're getting put in cleaning duties. Because some of these people, they're getting life in prison. Alright? Some of these people are getting life in prison, and they're going to get put on cleaning duties inside the prison. Because somebody Looks like a rat here. Somebody's ratting them out. Somebody's ratting on them all. Somebody's ratting everybody out. Because they do deserve to be locked up in prison for life. Can you actually believe it though? Taking a large sum of money of somebody else's just so they can spend it on sex workers, you know, hookers, strippers, rent boys. Boo. Boo. Again, they've got no compassion, no empathy, no remorse. Well, honestly, it's making me feel a bit sick. Oh no, because they are. Because it's like some attempting, like ending somebody's life persistently, and then even child or children, an ex involved, okay, corrupt coppers involved who just wanted to trash talk and treat this masculine or feminine like shit. These corrupt coppers have got already knowing the tea, fighting for what you love. Recording, fake friends, manipulating, meeting on up. They've been getting recorded, these haters. Again, some of them are getting life in prison. They're going to be furious, yeah, because they're getting done for stalking too. They're getting done for stalking, alright? Incitement. Attempted murder, okay? Child murder, alright? All for the love of money that was not theirs. That's just absolutely foul. Yeah, these good government officials kicked to the curb, alright? They're going to be slammed in prison. Again, a lot of them are going to get life in prison. They're going to be in poverty, alright? They're not going to be able to lend money off anybody because they're not even going to have no money to do phone calls and call anyone on the outside, alright? Because we've got runaway, a bank failure. They've well and truly fucked up, they have. Someone's setting the record straight, alright? Surrounded like an ex as well. Her masculine or feminine used to be in a private relationship. Would be nothing but stalk for years. Because they didn't want to marry them or something, alright? Okay? They didn't want to marry them. They could have had child or children, look. Just because they didn't want to get back with them or something like that. We've got investigating, tired of drama, because they want who they're doing it to, because they're doing it to multiple people. They're tired of this. Even harming child. Even corrupt coppers involved. Cashing checks and getting involved in harming children. Honestly, I'm going to tap out because it's nearly going on for an hour and a half, man. But that's what it is. So many haters splitting the money amongst themselves and then harming children, fucking this masculine's full life up, and again it's game over. And these fake friends manipulating, jealous, envious little bitches, trying to delete evidence of their involvement. Nah. Life in prison. Because again, some of these haters, they're going to die in prison. Them and the bugaboos, darling, who's just as toxic as them, who they've been canoodling with, them and their love partners. Because they're good coppers, alright. I've gathered evidence, and look, they've been cashing checks. I can't believe it. Running the mouth and spreading malicious lies and rumours and getting lippy and gobby about the person, you know, gossiping, malicious lies, rumours and gossip, false report to the police, false report. It's like they've got frigging local police force, yeah, on fucking blower, constantly. False report. But it's kind of like flagged them up for investigations from these undercover investigators from out of town. False report. Shit, I'm going to get done for false reporting, wasting police time. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Yeah? So when they're all locked up, this masculine or feminine is going to be getting a new beginning while they're falling to pieces inside of a prison cell. And we've got fighting for what you love, and we've got envy, okay? There's people in there, as soon as they walk in and hear their story, they're going to end up getting banned. Yeah. And plus they won't be able to do this sex magic, will they, on the inside, and all these beauty spells and these death hexes, and these fake friends can't be getting in on murdering innocent child or children, these fake friends, can they? Just because they want to stalk and they're feeling really insecure about themselves. Madness. Madness. So many people getting sentenced to life and getting everything stripped and ripped from them, locked the fuck on up. Everything's stripped and ripped. That's the truth. And again, this judge, this good judges, alright, they're going to see the truth. They're going to give the money back for the rightful person. They're going to see that these people who worked at this local courthouse was nothing but falsifying legal documentation with this feminine here, nothing but fakes and frauds. Look, changing. A married couple involved, a fusty musty boy who wanted new car and new furniture from over here, him and his missus, which is concerning, isn't it? All that. She wanted gifts, she did. He wanted it, and that's why they're going to prison. Fusty musty, raggedy, scraggedy, and that's what they're going to be like. Raggedy, scraggedy, fusty musty, because all that beauty magic, okay, all that glamour magic, okay, all that sex magic and love spells is all gonna soon wear off, because they're not going to be able to have money to pay for all that, are they? How are they? When it all comes to light, and then masculine here has been trying to stitch masculine or feminine up for crimes they've not committed. So that's why they're also going to prison, fusty musty boys. Alright, and that is a gift from the Most High for getting in on grand larceny, the lot, money laundering, racketing, whatever, you know what I mean, piecing it up the wall, getting a new lampshade, you know, to symbolise what a shady bugger, and he's jealous of everyone's light on the inside. So you tax people who's got any light, because he just thinks about number one, he does. He don't care. And while he's popping it off with these cranks doing spell work and that, outside of these meetings, he's popping it off and getting spell work done on them too. So he's actually popping it off and doing spell work on all them, because he didn't want to lose his own. And so is she. Jesus Christ almighty. So they're all doing spell work on each other, and then they're blaming the wrong person. Because this masculine or feminine, who they're blaming, doing these death spells and what have you, they don't even know how to do death spells and bloody death magic, the silly buggers. They ain't got a clue. So, yeah, sending peace, love and light. Another long reading, yeah, but, and again, it is a collective reading. And if any of this reading resonated, don't forget to leave a like, okay? Sending peace, love and light.